Dario, welcome to Double Tap. It's lovely to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, listen, wonderful to have you here to tell us all about Cookie. I love cookies. And as soon as I heard about this app, I'll be honest, I got a little bit hungry, which is good news because not only do I get hungry, I get to make food as well, thanks to this app. For those that don't know, tell us about Cookie.
So Cookie is a recipe app. You're able to upload any recipe on the web into Cookie, and then you're able to talk to Cookie naturally. So you're able to say, what are the ingredients? Read me the ingredients. Or read me the instructions. Read me instruction number 1. Read me the instruction number 5. Or when instruction number 2 says to add the sugar and you have to go back and you have to figure out how much that is, you can just ask it really plainly. You can say, Cookie, how much sugar do I add? And it will tell you exactly what the ingredient measurement is. And then the last thing that's so cool about Cookie is it is AI assisted. And so you can start doing things like, I ran out of maple syrup. What can I substitute? And it will actually give you some really good suggestions on substitutes or, basically any cooking question that you can have, you can ask it and get a really good answer that's based on that recipe specifically.
This is ingenious. It really is. It is because, you're bringing together all these tools that are really useful tools. I mean, AI, as we know, is great for this kind of thing, but in the environment of cooking, the challenge of being able to go to your phone, pick it up and open up ChatGPT or Gemini or ask it a question, which of course you can do, whilst of course at the same time you're covering your phone in maple syrup and sugar and flour and goodness knows what else. I'm guessing that's kind of the reason you decided to build this was for that sort of hands-free experience when cooking.
Yeah, exactly. What I found, so I come at this from the cooking space. I'm a very avid cook. And I found that whenever I was in the kitchen, I would often be asking my family, could you read me the next step? How much of this do I need? And, there's only so much that they're willing to do. And so it just made me so much more effective in the kitchen when I could just talk to it. So that's what I wanted to build. I was building it for myself. And then I realized I'm lucky. This is a nice to have problem for me, but for so many people who are visually impaired, this is a truly difficult thing that they have to, contend with. And so that's when I was like, oh, maybe I should develop this a little bit further.
So when did you find out that visually impaired people were getting interested in this?
So I had this shower thought, honestly, where I was like, oh, this would be really useful for people who are visually impaired. And I'm very lucky that I live right next to the Carroll Centre for the Blind. And so I went over there and I was really lucky that I had the opportunity to take a cooking class there. And I have gone to a zillion cooking classes in my life. I love to cook, but this was the first time that I had gone into a kitchen that was an accessible kitchen. And so I really learned about, bump dots and about all the different ways that you can move the oven racks around without burning yourself. And how do you have a frying pan on the burner without moving it around. So without having to worry that burner is totally exposed. And that was really eye-opening. And at that point, Cookie had just been an app that I had basically prototyped on my laptop. And I showed it to the instructor. She asked a question. She's like, well, can it tell me, how much ingredients it could use? And so I asked it, I said, Cookie, how much whatever it was, flour do we need? And it took a beat and said, you need 2 cups of flour. And she goes, oh, shit. And so I was like, okay, this is useful. I'm going to go and make this more than just a prototype that's on my computer and actually spend the time developing it for the App Store.
It is that moment, isn't it? It's that moment when you see that reaction.
Yeah.
That gut reaction, which is, wow, it does that.
Yeah.
It actually does the thing that I asked it to do. Because look, we've all used AI. We've all used it for various things. Of course, general AI is great for many tools and many things, but you're really focusing this.
Yeah.
You're focusing it in on, I mean, we'll talk about recipes in a second and how that all works and how the procedure works, which is very simple, by the way. I think it's wonderful how you've developed this. But, the idea that you've built this, essentially for yourself, which I think is great, because we all have to solve a problem somewhere, right? There's a problem, it needs to be solved. And it's only at that point you realize who can benefit from it.
Right.
And you're getting that response. I wonder though, did you think about the sort of process of cooking as a blind person? You ever considered that at all? I know you're next to this center, this Carroll Centre.
Yeah.
But had that ever crossed your mind before? Was that ever something you thought about?
Actually, yes. So maybe that's surprising, but my favorite restaurant was actually, and still is, a dining in the dark experience. So my husband and I went, and we've now gone to 2 different restaurants that have this opportunity. One is in Montreal and one is in San Francisco, where it is pitch black. And when you're served dishes, you often don't even know what you're being served.
Yes.
And that was just so amazing. And we've done this years and years and years ago. This was like a decade ago that we went the first time. But that experience of being, blind to everything around me, except for what I was, touching and smelling and tasting, was just fascinating. And I loved every minute of it. And that's when I got to thinking also like, oh, I wonder how people who are visually impaired, how they're able to cook and do things for themselves, because I'm having trouble just putting bread on my butter or butter on my bread because I can't tell how much I'm
and you could be putting butter on your bread or bread on your butter as well. You've no idea,
exactly.
Right?
And so, yeah.
But it's so interesting that, because, your views are not unique at all, right? Because even people who are losing their vision will feel exactly the same way. How am I going to do this? I've met so many people over the years who say, how do I do this? How will I read a book? How will I, make a meal? How will I read to my children? All these things that a lot of people just take for granted, everyday things, going to a store, jumping in the car to get to the store, becomes a whole thing when you're blind. How am I going to do that? How's that going to work? And there are ways around it. There are ways we work around it. And I think what's incredible about what you're saying is that you seem to have these experiences around you, which I think actually is something we should really take from this conversation as a real point of progress in our world, that we have places where you can go and have that experience, have those conversations, because it opens your mind up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 100%.
You developed the app.
Yes.
It's now available, which is wonderful. Everyone can go download it now. Now, is it on iOS and Android, or are you iOS only?
iOS only right now.
Now, from my understanding, you don't really have to do much beyond get the app and open it up. Yeah. There's no sign up or fee here, is there?
No. The way that it works is you open it up and you put in the URL, or you search for a recipe that you want to cook, and then you're off to the races. The app, the way that I developed it is it's forever free. I'm not trying to, make $1 zillion off of this. It's not the thing that I'm trying to do with this app. So it will always be able to do, what's the next step? How much of this ingredient do I need? All of that basic cooking completely for free. The only thing that I actually have to pay for is the AI. And so there is a paid tier, and that's $2.99 a month, or $29.99 a year. And that gives you access to like the substitutions and some more AI features that I as a developer have to pay for them. So I have to recoup my costs on that.
Of course. Yeah. Well, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it works. And that's the added extra that you get in there, which is wonderful. Yeah. And that, to be honest, I mean, it sounds worth it to me. I really, I love the simplicity of it, but I also love the way that I can take a recipe that I've found anywhere on the web and just paste it in. And when I tried it, I have to be honest, I expected an error or something not to be right, or, just to say, no, this kind of recipe you've chosen won't work. It just worked. I loved it. It just worked. It took me to the recipe. I was able to say cookie. and then talk to it. I love the wake word is brilliant, by the way. It's just so good. Because you're not going to say that word a lot, right? I mean, kids might, but that's the only thing. But I'm probably not going to say that word every single day of my life. So as a result, it's a great wake word to choose. And then I'm able just to get straight into the steps. Yeah. I didn't realize I could ask it, specifics about the what the ingredients were and what I had to do. So again, some of it is just learning about what the capabilities are. It's more capable than even I picked up on, but it's certainly incredibly capable.
Yeah. And to that point, I think I spent weeks working on the scraper, which is what brings all different types of recipes into it. It's truly thankless work because it's very hard to be compliant and consistent with all the different recipe formats around the web. But I think, knock on wood, I've gotten the vast, vast, vast majority of them. And if there's anything that I've missed, there's a feedback tool within the app. Please, I read everything that gets sent to me. So I will fix it in the next version.
Wonderful. And you're now becoming a bit of a VoiceOver convert. Even though you don't necessarily need to use it, you are learning to use VoiceOver on the iPhone.
Yeah, right? A little bit. So as part of doing the cooking class and really trying to understand what it's like to be somebody who's visually impaired who has to do this, I installed VoiceOver. It's now on triple tap on my phone, and I went and experienced a bunch of recipe websites, and it's brutal. It was awful.
Yes. Well, that kind of highlights the point for a lot of us, right? That is it. It's. I mean, look, I read a lot of news articles for the show because I'm doing a tech show. It's, I'm reading a lot of articles. I'm forever hitting on advertising, on, placements of text and odd bits, or maybe, you got load more, which you got to hit all the time, or whatever it might be, or it's behind a paywall. So I've got to try and figure that out and then negotiate all this. You're hitting so many roadblocks, and to make that simpler is just brilliant. And that's what your app does for recipes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Amazing. Well, look, I wish you all the best with it. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us about it. I love what you're doing with this, and good luck with VoiceOver, because yes, it is very frustrating.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me, and let me know if I can do anything and build anything for you.
Wow. Don't say things like that, because we'll be at you. Our blind community will be on you with that one. We'll have a million ideas to you by the end of play. I guarantee it. Dario, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Well, did you enjoy that? If you want more, all you got to do is subscribe. Go on, hit the button you know you want to. Hit it now. And of course, hit that like button as well. Thank you for watching Double Tap.